right, everybody, we are gonna get started. So you'll see a recording has started. So for those who aren't able to make it, we're gonna post everything on our YouTube channel. So welcome everybody to the second annual virtual showcase. Myself and the CHC team are very excited that you are all here. This year we have 14 amazing teams who are going to do presentations for you in many different categories. So if you haven't checked out the schedule already, you can head over to our Instagram bio to find the link. So as I said before, this event is being recorded. So if you aren't able to stay on the call all weekend long, as I don't think anybody will be, you can view the recorded presentations on our YouTube channel after the event is finished. So let's start with some team introductions. So we have Team Avishkar. They're from the Indian Institute of Technology, Madras in India, and they will be presenting today at 11 a.m. in the infrastructure category and at 12:30 in the complete pod category. Next, we have Hyperloop. So they're from the University of Alberta, Edmonton in Canada, and they will be presenting today at 12 p.m. in the business category and tomorrow, the 20th, at 11 a.m. in the aeroshell category. Queen's Hyperloop design team from Queen's University in Kingston, Canada, will be presenting today at 4 p.m. in the power systems category and November 20th, 4:30 in the propulsion category. Next, we have the LOS Hyperloop from the Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay in Mumbai, India. They will be presenting today at 2 p.m. in the business category and at 2:30 in the propulsion category. Starloop, Yildiz Technical University from Istanbul, Turkey, will be presenting today at 3 p.m. in the levitation category. Team Vegapod, MIT World Peace University in Pune, India, will be presenting tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. in the propulsion category. Cornell Hyperloop, Cornell University in New York, United States, will be presenting tomorrow at 11:30 in the guidance category and also tomorrow at 12:30 in the levitation category. Nirman Hyperloop, Thakur College of Engineering and Technology in Mumbai, India, will be presenting tomorrow at 12 p.m. in the aeroshell category. Hyper-B, Istanbul Technical University, will be presenting tomorrow at 2 p.m. in the levitation category. Hyperjackets, Georgia Tech University in Atlanta, United States, will be presenting tomorrow at 2:30 in the guidance category. Hyperlink, Queen Mary University of London, located in London, United Kingdom, will be presenting tomorrow at 3 p.m. in the electronics category and tomorrow at 3:30 in the other category. Infinity Hyperloop, Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi in New Delhi, India, will be presenting tomorrow at 1 p.m. in the braking category. Waterloop, University of Waterloo, Waterloo, Canada, will be presenting tomorrow at 5 p.m. in the power systems category. And Western Trillium Hyperloop is from Western University, and they are located in Canada, in London, and will be presenting tomorrow at 4 p.m. in the electronics category. So that is all of our amazing teams that will be presenting this weekend. So while most of us are here in this call right now, I wanted to take a moment to talk about CHC 2023 and get you all excited about that. So I'm very happy to announce that CHC 2023 will be happening from May 26th to 28th at the University of Waterloo. So we're going to do things a little bit differently this year than we did last year. So teams who came last year know that we had jury members interview you when you came to the competition in person to be able to win different awards. We had multiple that we awarded to different teams for technical excellence in their specific category. This year, we want to offer participating teams more of a mentorship experience. So we are getting a lot of jury members on board currently, and we're going to pair each jury member up with teams. And the jury members are going to be reviewing the document submissions that the teams submit in order to come to the conference, and then meet with those teams to provide feedback in order for teams to improve upon their next submissions. So I'll go through some important dates so we can all understand how this is going to work, and all this list of dates will be sent out to teams after this meeting as well. So in order for higher planning purposes, just so we have an idea of how many people will be attending the conference, we are asking all teams who wish to attend to submit a letter of intent by December 4th. So this will be sent out to all teams who have signed up for the virtual showcase. And we're also going to put this in our Instagram bio, so any teams who weren't able to be present can still sign up if they would like to come. So this is a very simple form. It just asks you team name, contact information, and a rough estimate of how many people from your team you think will be attending the competition. This is again just so we can start planning, booking the appropriate amount of spaces, rooms, food, things like that. On this intent to attend form, it also requires you to have a signature from your academic advisor. This is just so we know that somebody from your university knows that you are planning on coming. Next, teams who submit this intent to attend CHC will receive the rule book. So in the rule book, you'll have, like last year, all the different rules and sections that for each subsystem. And within that, you're going to also have all the requirements of all the different document submissions that you're going to be able to submit for CHC 2023. So the first document is the white paper. So this is due on January 6th. Teams who submitted to CHC last year did one of these, so it will be very similar. And again, instructions for the rule book will be detailed in, our instructions for the white paper will be detailed in the rule book. After that, you'll be matched with your jury member who will be reviewing your submission, and you will meet with that jury member between January 13th and January 27th. So we are trying our best to allocate 3 jury members to each team, 1 jury member to look over the electrical software sections, 1 jury member to look over the mechanical and aeroshell sections, and 1 jury member to look over the propulsion and levitation sections. That being said, that all is dependent on us being able to recruit enough jury members. So therefore, jury members will be allocated to teams kind of on a first come, first served basis, depending on when you submit your white paper. So we are trying our very best to reach out to as many jury members as possible, but we also understand that these professionals are very busy and sometimes don't have the time to take out of their busy schedule. All right, next we have our intermediate design package. So this is a new one that we've added in from last year. And again, there will be more information about that in the rule book. So that would be due February 10th. And then you would meet with your jury member to review feedback from February 17th to March 3rd. Next, this is just a little logistic one, a little bit boring, but we need to put it in there. March 17th, team information and payment is due. March 31st, the final design package is due. So if you were at the competition last year, you would have submitted one of these. And April 14th to 28th, this should say 3rd jury meeting. So that is when you will meet to discuss feedback with your jury member for the final design package. And then April 28th, if you wish to test on the test track at the University of Waterloo, the testing and safety doc is due, and then May 26th to 28th is the conference weekend. So I will take some questions about this at the end. If you aren't able to ask your question now, feel free to send us an email to chc@cahyperloop.ca, and we would be happy to answer any questions you may have. So you heard me earlier talking about jury members and that we're going to try and get as many jury members as we can on board. I'm really happy to announce that we currently have 10 jury members on board, so I'm very, very excited. So I'm going to introduce each one of them, and a couple of them are actually here. So jury members, when your picture pops up, and if you are here, I would love for you to turn on your camera and mic and introduce yourself. So first we have Professor Mohammed Nassar. Professor Nassar, if you're here, you can turn on your camera. I don't know if he's here. All right, that's okay. But some of you may remember Professor Nassar from last year. He was one of our jury members, and recently he also did an event with us where he talked about linear induction motors, and I'm happy to announce that he will be doing another one of these events in December because the teams really loved it. Next, we have Clive Chan. Clive was also a part of our jury members last year. He currently works at Tesla, and he also used to be a part of the Hyperloop team. Next, we have Harshit Madan. Again, he was a jury member last year as well. He was from the University of Waterloo and will be working in the propulsion and levitation section. Next, we have Dr. Armand Hamati. He's from the University of Alberta and will be taking care of the mechanical section. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to make it today, so he has left us a video message.
Hi. My name is Arman Hamati. I'm an associate professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering at the University of Alberta. This year, I have the privilege to serve as the jury member for the Hyperloop conference in Waterloo. I welcome all of you to this competition and wish you all the best. Thank you.
Awesome. Next, we have Dr. Isan Hashemi. I'm not sure if he's here. Again, from the University of Alberta in the mechanical section. Next, we have Jack Demeter. So again, he was one of our jury members from last year. He currently works at Tesla and used to go to the University of Queens. He'll be working in the electrical and software section. We have Dr. Tetsu Nakashima.
Hello and good morning, everybody. I'm honored to be here and to be part of this amazing event. I'm from the University of Alberta, as mentioned, and my expertise is in technology transfer and commercialization, and I'm working teaching design courses for actually 2 of the 3 design courses that we teach at our program. Those I teach, I have the honor to teach, and yes, I've been working developing products and systems for many years, and as very excited to be here and part of this initiative, and welcome everybody.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much for coming. All right, next we have Mark Itkin.
Hey, you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Awesome. Hey everyone, my name is Mark. I'm a Hyperloop alum from the University of Florida. Currently doing work for a company called Kratos here in the US, and I'm looking forward to being a part of the jury and being a part of Canadian Hyperloop.
Awesome, thanks so much. We have Dr. Ali Hajoudin. All right, so also from the University of Alberta and working in the electrical and software section. Dr. Jean-Pierre Hickey is from the University of Waterloo, and he will also be working in the mechanical section. So these are the jury members we currently have on board, and we are working very hard to get more jury members who are here. We really thank you for committing to this and being able to work with these amazing student teams, because it is really because of you guys that we are going to be able to put this conference on. So we really appreciate it. All right, so moving on to today's events, our Saturday schedule. So right now we're in our opening session. In a couple 10 minutes, Avishkar will start the first presentation off in the infrastructure category. Then at 12 o'clock, we will have Alberta Loop presenting in the aeroshell category. At 12:30, back to Avishkar with a complete pod presentation. At 1 o'clock, I'm very happy to announce that Ryan Jansen will be our keynote speaker. If you were at the conference last year, you would have seen him and maybe met him there. For those who don't know, he is the CTO and co-founder of Canada's very own Hyperloop company, TransPod. After that, 2 o'clock, Velos Hyperloop will be presenting in the business category, and at 2:30, Velos again will be presenting in the propulsion category. 3 o'clock, we have Starloop presenting in the levitation category. And at 3:30, we have a special presentation from European Hyperloop Week. So they're going to be coming on, talking a little bit about last year's presentation or conference, and then also talking more about EHW 2023. So this is a great time for you guys to come on, ask any questions you may have, and get some more information on that. And then to finish off the day at 4 o'clock, we will have Queens presenting in the Power Systems category. So again, as I said, we have our keynote, Dr. Ryan Jansen. We're all very excited about that. And EHW presenting at 3:30. So just to remind teams before we get started, so you each have all been allotted a 30-minute block, and just to make sure things continue to run on time throughout the weekend, please ensure that your presentation is only up to 20 minutes long. If it's shorter than that, that's totally fine, but we just want to make sure you don't go past 20 minutes. After that, all teams will be allotted a 5-minute Q&A section. So that's where any people who have questions after the presentation, you can either raise your hand, turn on your mic and talk, or even type in the chat if you want and ask your question, and then the team will answer. And then after the Q&A period, there is a 5-minute break in between sections in order for the next team presenting to set up. And again, here's just a little note for those who have joined recently. If you aren't able to attend all the presentations, that's okay. We're going to make sure everything is recorded and then uploaded to our YouTube channel. And just one last little plug I wanted to make before we got started. So at the competition last year that we had in May, there was an evening where we split up into our sub-team groups. So we had electrical, mechanical, software, and then we also had a business infrastructure meeting as well. I was part of the business infrastructure meeting, and it came up that some teams were struggling with areas in which other teams were really good at and had really succeeded in. So I thought, why not come together and try and meet up bi-monthly to discuss what's going well within our teams and what we also need help with. And then from there, we can match teams up so they can help each other out. So from this has come a lot of great things, like the LIM meeting with Professor Nassar. That was super helpful for teams to get some more answers to their questions. We've also had teams link up with other things regarding sponsorships or other technical help that another team was able to give another. So these meetings have just been super fun. We've been able to meet up 3 times now with Alberta Loop, Waterloop, Polyloop, Gator Loop, Guadalupe, and Hyperlink. So it has been a super amazing opportunity to meet with these teams. I always really look forward to them, and they always are so much fun. And so that being said, I wanted to invite the rest of the teams that are here to also participate in these calls, because I think they're super rewarding, and it's just a really great way to connect with people that you wouldn't normally get to see at all. So since I'm sure after this meeting there will be a lot of people on the call, we can't realistically do a team check-in in an hour with 10 different teams. That would take way too long. So I would like to do what we did similarly to the conference, is split it up into sub-teams. So more information will be coming on this. All teams who are signed up for the virtual showcase will get an email with some more information. And if you were a team who isn't signed up, please send us an email or DM us on Instagram if you would like to be a part of it. But I have found these calls super rewarding and just super fun, honestly. We always stay on them for way longer than we have to, just talking about whatever. So it's always super fun. But more information to come on this for sure.